Hi. Today is Tuesday, June 16th, 2026, and I'm still doing a watercolor every day. Right now, I'm following the prompts on Instagram from the Doodle Wash, June 2026. Next month, July, is World Watercolor Month. Last month was the Mermaid Project. So there's been lots of prompts. We'll see how I did with this. This one was wings. And this is my son and granddaughter. She wanted a Sleeping Beauty castle and she wanted Moana clothes. This was for Christmas when she was 3 years old, and she's 12 now, but I can still paint from old photos. And the word was sturgeon, and I remembered a story I heard when I was on a jet boat trip up the Rogue River about one time a 7-foot sturgeon jumped out of the river and crashed onto the deck of the boat and cracked the windshield. So I used one of my photographs of a 5th grade field trip I went on with my granddaughter when they hit the brakes and the water sprayed up all around you. And I just added in a sturgeon just about to crash onto the deck. And then we had hammock. And this was my sister-in-law, April, who died from heat stroke on a hike in the Grand Canyon. But while she was alive, she was an absolutely wonderful aunt to my 2 boys. And so this is one time she came to visit, and they were just hanging out in the hammock in my side yard. They did a lot more fun things than that, but it fit hammock. Then the next word was Tasmanian devil. And when I was a kid, we did fundraising by selling this melted popcorn wall art. Most of it was like holiday decor, jack-o'-lanterns and witches, or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus. But my favorite was Tasmanian devil. And it hung on my wall. I can't remember when we sold it, maybe 2nd grade, maybe 3rd grade, some sort of class fundraiser, but I loved it. And I think I liked Taz because he got away with doing all the things that I might have considered but never been brave enough to do. Then the next word was carousel. And the hippocampus is actually on a carousel that I've seen on the pier in San Francisco. But my best friend's sister also posted a picture of her son riding the same style hippocampus on a different merry-go-round. The clamshell bench and the leafy sea dragon and the little fish in the back row, I added myself, thinking it'd be fun to have a all ocean creature carousel. And then because I was thinking oceans, and I'd seen a picture of, I don't know what you call a school or a swarm or a flock of bat rays, but then I'd also seen Andrea Nelson do a little postcard painting of some umbrellas on the beach, and I love the pictures I see of the pink sand beaches. So I kind of combined her tutorial, the pictures of the rays, a seagull flying overhead, and tried to go for the drone's eye or bird's eye view of the beach. I really like how this one turned out. Then the next word was spool. And in Wyoming, there was these huge wooden spools. I remember my kids standing on them and walking on the side of them. I remember my boyfriend using a smaller one as a bedside table. And at the time, they were used out in the oil patch for reader cable. And now I think they're made of something besides wood. I've seen pictures of big, like blue-green, maybe plastic ones, but they were definitely wood back then, and kind of everywhere the way pallets are around the big box stores. Then the next word was popsicles. My granddaughter likes the rocket pops, but my favorite was always the lime-flavored twin pops. And then popsicles, you kind of got to have some heat to really enjoy them, I think. And then I went to swim, so I don't know. My swim goggles are kind of wonky looking and almost abstract, but I still like the feel of this one too. Then we came up with the word cassowary. And I didn't know cassowaries' eggs were like bright lime green, but they are. So here's a dinosaur bird. They're supposed to be super dangerous because of, not that beak, but because of how hard they can kick. And the claws are like this big, like hand size. And so there's a cassowary, a baby cassowary, and 5 eggs. This was fun. And then the word was agate. And I tried to stack 4 agates with the sun shining down low and coming through them on a rocky beach, because here where I live in the Pacific Northwest, you don't often find very big agates, but you can always find some agates out in the gravel on the beach. And I don't know, as a kid, I was always into rocks in Wyoming looking for, we called them devil's toenails, but they were like fossilized, that point of the clamshell. And there were little stars and fossilized fish, big chunks of iron pyrite up in the Beartooth by Cook City, and lots of agates. My mom had a rock tumbler, so I had a lot of fun with that. I don't understand why. I've never really gone looking for the agates, and I've lived here for 36 years now, but it's okay. Leave those for somebody else, because every time I go out for a walk anywhere, I end up bringing at least one rock home. Either me or my granddaughter finds one that just kind of hops into our pockets. So anyway, June 16th, still going. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.